Hello everyone, and welcome to the Deep Blue Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deep Blue Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 161. Today is Saturday, December 10th, 2016, and I'm glad you could join me today. I only have a partial glass of wine, so blah. Unfortunately, I seem to be distracted during the normal recording time and didn't get a chance, but it'll be okay. So, and I also don't have a lot of time to record, so go. Let's see, where should I begin? Probably here. I was hoping, actually, to have gotten this into a non-awkward state, but for some reason it ended up that way. So, how far am I from being in... I'm pretty far away from being in a non-awkward state, I do believe. Yeah, more than halfway. So, this is the Laminaria shawl. It's an Elizabeth Freeman pattern, and it is coming along still. So, green to blue. This guy's actually going to be a pretty decent size, all things considered. I'm almost done with the first edge chart before I launch into the second and final edge chart. So this one had this sort of motif that's like the flowers in inverse, if that makes any sense. It's in holes instead of knitting, so. But it is coming along. I'm purling back, so super duper exciting. So we'll see how far I get on this bad boy. Hopefully there's some knitting time next week, who knows. It'll be probably slightly less knitting time than I have been having though, so. Such is life. Exams seem to go well, so. Class is over, don't need to think about it anymore. So, Laminaria, Elizabeth Freeman. This is out of my Fiber Optic and the Bitter Lime to Rose gradient, and I am starting to get into the purple and blue sections. I don't think I'm going to make it to purple by the end of the shawl, but who knows? One cannot predict these things. So the other thing that hopped on my needles, but maybe will actually hop off, I can extract it, is this headband. I'm wondering now whether or not I even have enough yarn from this ball in order to make this, and actually the gauge is a little bit bulletproof, so I don't think that is quite right either. It'd probably be the case where I need to hold it with another fingering weight yarn in order to make it go. But I did start it. This is fingering weight held double with some of the oldest yarn in my stash. So this is actually leftovers from my second pair of socks. It's a single yarn. I don't remember who the dyer was, but I figured the headband was probably a better use for it, but now I'm filled with doubt again, and I'm probably going to rip this bad boy out while it's still early in the game, because it'll be a bear to untangle otherwise. But I did the Ravelry pattern search and have concluded that the name I wanted to give it has not been given yet, so that's positive. So I will see about putting it together, but maybe not yet. I think I'm gonna focus on the spinning instead and probably put this back into a better state. So, I started it. I tried. But it wasn't quite meant to be this week. It was the case, I was thinking of doing it as a little gift for a part of a swap that I was doing, or whatever, like a little Christmas swap thing, and I ended up getting a bottle of wine and chocolates, and I think that'll be great. Or it's what I would like to receive in my Christmas swap. So I'll have to verify the price range and go from there, but I think it'll be good. So I'm actually thinking, it's actually like a complete and utter mess by my yarn shelf right now. You can see that empty spot isn't normally there because I pulled out all of my fiber because I was looking to see if I could find something to combine to make for a sweater spin, and now I don't even think I'm gonna be spinning it for a sweater, so meh. I'm just being indecisive. So, such is life. So, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. The other thing is my spinning. So this is the only project that got any love this week. This is the Pigeon Roof Studios Luminosity series, I guess. It was a club colorway, and so it's 70% merino, 30% silk, and I've been working on this since July. So I started this project when I was in Germany, and it's been going on for way too long now. Not because I've been spending overly much time spinning it like my other spindle project was, but more so that other projects have been receiving more love, so such is life. So I tried to do a good burn on it this week. I was supposed to be like out of the house every single day this week, but I managed, or I just called Uncle actually on one of the days. I was like, I just want to stay home. So that is what I did, and went to bed early. And during that night I ended up spinning, like spinning away, and I got 0.4 ounces, which I swore I would have gotten more than that done, but such is life. And then I spun away on it today. And so I am now at 7.75 ounces. So, making progress, but what would it be? It's just been going slowly, so not the end of the world. It's actually, the piece of fiber is now short enough, it's a little awkward to keep in my spinning bag, but a little awkward to spin from as well, so I've just been wrapping it around my arm in order to draft from it, so that seems to work decently for now. But it continues on. I think at this point I'm going to actually focus on 2 of my other projects in order to make it past at actually finishing my bin, because having this as a spinning project for the week of Christmas is probably a good thing. So that's that. And what I'm probably going to actually throw on my wheel tonight is this Malabrigo Noob Fiber, and I'm just going to make a big lofty yarn with it, because I figure that would be fun. So I'll put it on a bigger whirl and just quick spin it up. And then after that, I'm going to do the Western Sky Knits. And I'm probably going to do a Navajo ply with this one. So spin up the singles on a finer whirl and go from there. And then when I was ripping my stash apart this morning to figure out whether or not I wanted a pound of fiber for fruit or not. So 1,200 yards of fingering probably isn't quite enough, but it probably, there are all sorts of other projects that I've been sort of kicking around, like I may want to reknit Viajante, and the Super Rush Merino Silk might be a really nice one. Because I was thinking also that it might be a good fiber, what was it, like the Nest Fiber Club had the spoilers up for the December Club, and I'm buying a sweater quantity in order to spin with that. I was wondering if the blue from that would go with the blue in Vorfruit, because they're all Super Rush Merino, or Super Rush Merino Silk. And that's gorgeous. But I haven't, you know, quite decided entirely what I'm going to do. So, really excited about that fiber. Really can't wait for it to get in. I went to, like, after I decided I was committed, I was going to do it. It turns out it'll be on the update after the club comes out, but they'll have the coordinates, so they have like semi-solid coordinates of the club colorway. So that's gonna happen. It should be really cool. So it'll probably be like a mostly red sweater, so should be interesting. Excitement. But I just really want to, what would it be? I want to know that I can make it, and part of knowing that I can make it is sitting down and working on something, and I think I will know if I can make it if I'm started. The Vorfruit's going to be the last one because I have 12 ounces, and I'll see if I can figure out whether or not there's anything special that needs to happen with respect to that, like, because it is a part of a bigger spin, so it's probably going to go over into the new year, but I don't know. In terms of enabling, I totally, what was it? I totally missed enabling last week. I don't know what I was thinking. And I do have some enabling this week, so I'm not sure what I was thinking. I was very excited about it, and it's still available, I think, maybe. So as you guys know, I am very much so in love with the Little Swift. I have my little alumni pin on it right now. This bag is, honest to goodness, indestructible. I have done all sorts of dreadful, horrible things to this bag, and it just keeps going. Going and going and going and going. But it's, at this point, sort of ugly looking. It's like rubbed on bike tires and been taken up and down mountains and gone with me every single place that I go, because this is where the knitting lived. And they discontinued it in 2014. However, they decided to do a limited run. And so I got my email that said limited run was going. And we'll take a project bag out of this. And I got a new one! Yay! So the fabric that this one is made out of isn't quite as tough as the ballistic nylon that my other one is made out of. But it is the perfect blue. And it's still ballistic nylon on the bottom. The straps still need to get broken in, but that will come with time. And then it's this super bright orangey, happy orangey color on the inside. I probably should have went for a more subtle one. I hadn't realized that it was going to be so stinking bright, but such is life. So this bag has now taken all the contents, is now my daily wander around bag. And then this, my red one, will end up being the one that goes on my extreme adventures, since it already is pretty beat up anyways. But that way I have like a nice bag that I carry with me every day, and then I have one that I don't really care about getting destroyed, because I really, really ardently love these stupid bags. So they're Tom Bin, so B-I-H-N, and apparently they sold out in the first 10 minutes based on this limited run. It was like a Black Friday sort of dealio thing. But it is possible to go to the website, select your combination of fabrics. So this one, for example, has this like gray fabric on the inside, and that's a lot more subtle. I hadn't realized how obnoxious the orange was going to be. But you can put your name down for getting one, so, because they still were selling the Swift the entire time, but that's a big bag. And I'm against increasing the size of my day-to-day purse, so I highly recommend them. I really enjoy having it. It is the perfect bag. It's designed with knitters in mind, which is also cool. So, and somewhere kicking around here is my spare little project bag thing. I haven't really used their little pouch thing. It coordinates, the fabric coordinates with the inside fabric, but it's not really my thing. Perhaps, like, at the time I was not using project bags, but now I am, so who knows. So the other thing was, so last year for the charity auction, I put up a hand-knit shawl on the offer, and that was a lot of work. So this year I decided to put up a pair of socks, and I thought that was going to be the right amount of work. But one of my coworkers emailed me and was like, "Can you knit a turtle cozy?" So I got my yarn for the turtle cozy. So I got Vanna's Choice, which I would say is my favorite acrylic yarn. And honestly, when I was wandering around feeling the balls of acrylic in Michael's trying to figure out what color I actually wanted, what was it? These were the green and the white, and then I ended up also picking up a brown. So there will be this green turtle cozy base, there will be white spikes, and there will be brown accents all over the place. So probably brown around each of the spikes, and probably brown around the perimeter of the tortoise, Mrs. T. And we'll go from there. And this brown one was Red Heart Soft. So that was a pretty good hand, all things considered. They have made advances in acrylic yarn, and I got to see the Cairn cakes in the flesh, and everyone is different, so it's interesting. You probably have to feel around for a while. So Turtle Cozy will be starting soon. I'll probably finish the shawl before I start the Turtle Cozy. But I also picked up another thing. So I've been watching videos on YouTube, and so I finally picked up two things of Wilton's dye. I picked up Violet and Delphinium Blue. And so the short answer is that these are breaking colors, so I'm going to be breaking some dye. And unfortunately, they do have a little bit of sugar in them, but hopefully not too crazy much. I'll have to wash it anyways. But they both have blue and red in them, and that's what ends up creating the very cool colors. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'll figure out what it is I want to do exactly. But I'll take a guess that I'll probably have some which are the blue and some which are the purple, and I'm just trying to decide which ones would be right, or what ones of that colors of fleece are going to be the right ones for that. But I also saw that they had a very interesting thing, which is like, I don't know, as someone who only wants to dye things blue, they had excuse me. I'm all out of drink too. They had a different style of food coloring, so ultra concentrated. So it was more concentrated than normal, which seems like it would be interesting for yarn dyeing as well. And so they were trying to show off the fact that they could get super duper vivid colors of icing, but they came in a pack of 8 colors, and then they had refills. So probably the first time you buy it, you buy the whole thing, because then it also has like basically color recipes for, hey, this is what I want to do if I want to create this like sandy blue. So I found that to be intriguing. So if I don't like the gel food coloring, I may end up going after that. And I think that was also Wilton's product as well. So we shall see. I'm excited. I'm probably going to be more focused on spinning yarn than dyeing yarn, or whatever. Spinning my fiber up instead of dyeing the fiber I have, but it's coming. It may be like a New Year's Day project or something like that. I'm excited. So, I think that is everything I want to talk about. I will be recording on the 17th or 18th, depends on if I get my butt into gear on the 17th. We'll see. And then I won't be recording for Christmas, because I won't be here. Won't be here. It'll be Christmas Day. Yeah, not so much. But oh well, as far as times of missed, that seems to be a pretty decent one. Trying to think of what else. I think that's everything. So with that, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking to you guys next week. So take care, guys. Bye bye.